Do you want to learn about the difference between var, let, and const keywords? Here is what. There are 4 ways to declare a JavaScript variable: using var, using let, using const, and using nothing. What are variables? Variables are used to store data. Here, in this example, I will show you the variables declared with the var keyword. And these are variables declared with the let keyword. From all the examples above, you can guess x stores the value 5, y stores the value 6, z stores the value 11. So when to use var keyword? So always prefer to declare JavaScript variables with var, let, and const. This makes things much more clear. The var keyword in JavaScript is used in all JavaScript code from 1995 to 2015. The let and const keywords were added to JavaScript in 2015. If you want your code to run in older browser, you must use var. These keywords allow you to declare variables or constants in a more controlled way, which can make your code easier to read and maintain. So when to use const? As a general rule, always declare variables with const. As a general rule, if you don't want a variable to change, you must use const. If you think the value of variable can change, then use let. In this example, the variables are price1, price2, and the total. The const keyword is used to declare 2 variables with fixed values. These values cannot be changed. The let keyword is used to declare a variable. This value can be changed. JavaScript identifiers. All JavaScript variables must be named in a specific way. These unique names are called identifiers. Identifiers can be either short names like x and y, or more descriptive names like age, sum, and total volume. Names can contain letters, numbers, underscores, and dollar signs. Names must start with a letter and can also include dollar sign and underscore. In JavaScript, names are case sensitive, and reserved words like JavaScript keywords cannot be used as names. Note that JavaScript identifiers are case sensitive. In JavaScript, the equal sign is an assignment operator, not an equal to operator. This is different from algebra. The statement does not follow the rules of algebra. This means x equal to x plus 5. However, in JavaScript, this makes perfect sense. It assigns the value of x plus 5 to x. It calculates the value of x plus 5 and puts the result into x. The value of x is incremented by 5. Note that the equal to operator is written like this. We can make a quick example to show how this works. So we expect 5 equal to 5 to be true. So we expect 4. Also, let me show you what happens if you just put an one equal sign. It didn't show us any results. As you can see, it didn't show up any results. This is because this line breaks the code. If we remove this line and then run again, let's run this code. As you can see, first let's clear this code. Then let's save it and run the code. As you can see, 5 equal to 5 gave a syntax error. Let's remove this code, save it, and run again. As you can see, 5 equal to 5 is true, 4 equal to 3 is false. JavaScript variables can store numbers and text values. In programming, text values are represented as strings of text. JavaScript can process many different types of data, but for now, just think of numbers and strings. Strings are written between double or single quotes. Numbers are not written in quotes. When you enclose a number in quotes, it will be treated as a text string. Let me show you a few examples. Const pi equals to 3.14. Let person equal to John Doe. Let answer equal to yes, I am. As you can see, this is how we declare a number. This is how we declare a string with the double quotes. And this is how we declare a string with the single quotes. Creating a variable in JavaScript is called declaring a variable. You declare a JavaScript variable with the var or the let keyword, as you already understood it by now. After the declaration, the variable has no value. Technically, it's undefined. Let me show you by putting this car name variable. I made an error. I will fix this. Okay, let me show you what this will result by putting them in the console log. Save it and run it. Okay, let's fix this. Run it. As you can see, it is undefined. To assign a value to the variable, use the equal sign. Note, it is a good programming practice to declare all variables at the beginning of a script. You can declare many variables in one statement. Start the statement with let and separate the variables by comma. A declaration can span multiple lines. In computer programs, variables often have no value assigned to them. The value can be something that needs to be calculated or something that will be provided later, like user input. A variable declared without a value will have the value undefined. The variable car name will have the value undefined after the execution of this statement. So let's talk about redeclaring JavaScript variables. If you redeclare a JavaScript variable declared with var, it will not lose its value. The variable car name will still have the value Volvo after the execution of these statements. Let's run this. As you can see, it didn't lose its value. But remember, you cannot redeclare a variable declared with let or const keywords. The following examples will not work. As you can see, it gave a syntax error. Let's try it with const. Let me just change these. Run it. As you can see, another syntax error. So as a side note, If you put a number in quotes, the rest of the numbers will be treated as strings and concatenated. We can guess the result of this example is to be we can expect the result of this calculation to be 55. 5 coming from here, and it will concatenate this, and it will be 55. Print it, save it, and run it. 55. Since JavaScript treats a $sign as a letter, identifiers containing $sign are valid variable names. Let's print these statements. As you can see, they are valid. But remember this, using $sign is not very common in JavaScript, but professional programmers often use it as an alias for the main function in a JavaScript. So remember this, using $sign is not very common in JavaScript, but professional programmers often use it as an alias for the main function in a JavaScript library. In the JavaScript library jQuery, for instance, the main function $$ is used to select HTML elements. In jQuery, $$ means select all P elements, JavaScript underscore. Since JavaScript treats underscore as a letter, identifiers containing underscore are valid variable names. Let's print these. I need to remove this. Okay. I need to remove this, save it, and run the code. As you can see, Johnson 2 and 5. They are valid. Alright guys, thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.